comic books that you can purchase at stock. Yeah, shares of a comic book. We've chatted about this in the past. Slap that like button if you find any value to the content that we do. We need your support right now.
More than
Please.
ever.
It's freezing outside. It's really cold. Slap that like button for us. It makes us warm. All right, so we're going to jump into this.
I was like, where's it going?
It's all coming back. Okay, we're talking about Otis again, all right? Otis is, I think, the first application on the market for comic book collecting following Key. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. No, Key Collector Comics. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Otis
kidding.
was an elevator company.
No. Okay, no. I'm not screwing with you. Otis is a company that has an application. That's where everything is done. And they bring collectibles on the market. Now, they have art, they have shoes, they have skateboards. And I believe this is the first company to bring comic books to the market to be offered as a potential stock options. So,
what do you mean, though? Let's try to break it down. Are you saying that people are able to buy a portion of stock for this comic? Like they're able to invest, let's say the comic book is worth $1,000. Somebody could pay $100 and then they own 10% of it?
10 people could pay 100, yes.
Okay.
So Otis started this out with a Hulk 181, graded at 9.8. Over 100 people invested in this to get stock, shares of this book. And it sold out quick. And we were anticipating this happening again, and we were kind of thinking about what could this look like long term? Because this is a book that you'll never own. However, this is like the start of what could be a portfolio of comic books that you may never own in general, that you could get a piece of and kind of grow an investment portfolio out of. And there are 2 more comic books after months that have actually hit the app. They're not available yet, but I want to chat about it again and hear you guys' thoughts, because we have 2 new comics. We have a Amazing Spider-Man 129, white to off-white pages at 9.8, first appearance of Punisher. And then the other book, same grade, same page color and quality, Giant Size X-Men #1. So, gut response, Jeff, because you were the person who chatted with me about this first.
My gut response is that they are clearly sticking with Bronze Age books.
Okay.
And I personally feel that it would be more interesting to own, Golden Age, obviously, because it's far more scarce than a 9.8 or a 9.8 Giant Size 1 or 129. There's quite a few out there. But, again, they're more relatable characters. I like the concept of comics becoming an investment. I do. So, I'm for this now. Again, it's always weary because how is it regulated? They dictate they're the ones who putting a price of the book and then shares. But again, I like the idea of it. And I'm too sketched out to invest in it. But for those who really want a piece of it, of a Grail, this may be the way to do it.
Well, with the whole bronze, maybe the company doesn't want to invest in a huge book right now. They might be testing the waters. They might be, just trying out. Well, they could spend a couple, 10, 20,000 and see what happens.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see how the community responds to this when the books get rarer. Because when we first started this coverage, I would say it was probably a worse than a 50-50 split, wouldn't you say? I think a lot of people in the community in the comments were like, no way, Jose, I'm not going to invest in a comic book that I can't own. Right. Like physically.
Right. Yeah, they didn't like the idea of owning a piece, and then there was a great portion of people who liked the idea. So it's definitely nice to see the dynamic and that people are open to the idea, because, like I mentioned earlier, I'd love to see it actually be something where comics are at this point where you can actually invest in them,
Sure.
Because not everyone, like you said, not everyone can own a 9.8.
Well, and not everybody's interested in trying to understand the stock market or understand, these different types, these aspects of the stock. But they are interested in comic books, and they might be interested in investing. So why not invest in something that you're truly interested in, like comic books?
And we'll see, because the Punisher 9.8, first, Spidey 129, it's about a $13,000 book. You got Giant Size 9.8, maybe about $11,000 book. That Hulk 181 was $35 and that's sold out. So it'll be interesting to see when these come to market, how quickly they go. Because I think they will go.
Yeah, I think they'll go quick. And I think the biggest thing is going to be when they start dabbling in Golden Age. I think we got to see that price marker hit past 35. You know, if we're looking at a book that's like $40,000, $50,000, all the people who are like, oh, I would never, ever invest in a comic book for 12 grand that I would never be able to own. Well, you throw a $50,000 price tag, most collectors will never own a $50,000 comic. That's who this would be for. It's for those who want a piece of an Action 1. So that's why I like to watch what this company is doing, because long term, a decade goes by, there's not just 3 comics. There's dozens. There's possibly hundreds. And if the books keep scaling up, they keep that 9.8 strong, they keep having the community have the opportunity to invest in something that's like, you know, under 100 even exist. It's those types of books that you're going to see that marker move. And when portfolios can have a piece of comic history and like investment opportunities like that, that's when you're going to see the rest of them be able to piggyback. If someone's willing to put money against an Action 1 or an Action like something else that's really expensive, that person will then be more willing to put that money towards a ASM 129 when it comes to market.
You sound like you're very astute with the financials, Tom.
I wish, man. I wish, but I can't afford it either. So I just want to get a Action 1. I want a piece.
Yeah?
Where'd you get a piece?
I want a piece
Let's
of
just-
Action
I would get a
1.
piece.
Wait,
Are you kidding me?
Let's put a line on that. Okay, right now.
Okay, let's
All
do the
right,
math.
all right,
Let's
no,
figure it
let's
out.
do it.
Give me
You
an
have-
action. Let's figure out what the amount
Let's
would be, and I'll tell you if I'll do
Here,
it.
Tom, here's a corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want-
No, I don't want a corner. I want a piece.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Here's a
You
sticker.
want a digital piece of a
Yeah.
stock.
I want a digital piece.
Action
stock.
1.
Okay.
Digi-
Okay.
piece.
Let's just say it's a low grade 1.0. Okay?
1.0. Give me a 1.0 number.
1.0. Let's say it's a $300,000 book.
Okay.
Okay. $300 a share.
You're telling me that you wouldn't pay $300 to have a piece of an Action 1 that you could
Does that not sound
sell
appealing?
to another collector who wants a piece of Action 1?
How many?
$300?
shares would you buy?
People, how much did people just pay for Hellraiser 3?
Well, it's not the same thing, though. It's not like you're actually getting a piece of it. You know what I mean?
You are
Unless
getting
you
a
are.
piece. It's
what
on
are you
your
gonna give
phone.
us? What are you going to give me a staple?
I have I have
this
Key
part's
Collector on my
yours. Okay,
phone.
But
I
look,
have, you
if
know.
I had an Action 1, it wouldn't be in my house. I wouldn't see it anyway. It would probably be in a safety deposit box.
That's it right there.
So I wouldn't even see it. I wouldn't keep it on my home.
Good point.
Yeah,
That's a
right?
good point. But
Yeah.
you could still.
Visit it.
Hey, how are you, Action Comics
You
number
could
1?
visit it.
I visit books at the bank.
Hey, sorry, it's been a few days. I
Hey.
haven't seen you in a while.
It's true. It's
Daddy's
true.
here.
I get it.
I gotta imagine the bank employees just hate
Yeah.
when you come in. They're like, oh, it's
Hey,
that
here's
freaking,
that-
it's
I
that
do.
guy with the
I
freaking
feel
comics.
guilty. It's like, oh, I got 3 safety deposit
Here's the
boxes.
gold-
He just
Golden-
goes in. What's he doing? Oh, he's just smelling the
He's
books
just looking
again.
at him.
He keeps looking at him and smelling them and touches the plastic.
Yeah, and he's saying that the Golden Age Guru is here. Right? Look,
Hello, guys.
to me, honestly, it doesn't sound like something. It's like you're owning something that's not even tangible. You're not. But I can look at my phone and I can see, oh, look, I own the wheel of the car that Superman's thrown into the wall.
No, you
You're
own
not-
a piece of Volkswagen stock.
No, of the investment of it.
I get it, but I think with collectibles, especially comic books, look at how much there's these bragging rights. It seems like there's so much. There's the pride of ownership of actually having the book, owning the book. I'm not saying that it's not something that could work or it's not something that
Sure.
you guys would or wouldn't do. I mean, what's the question? Are we asking,
I'll
is
give you
this
the
something
question.
that you would do?
If it was legit, absolutely legit, okay,
Yeah.
this was regulated and everything was on the up and up. Comic Fam, $300 a share, okay, 1,000 shares. It's gonna sell out.
Yeah.
I promise you, it will sell out. 1,000 shares, $300 a pop. Would you buy it?
Yeah,
Would you
Action
buy-
1. Because that's the thing we
Would you
didn't
buy
talk
one
about.
share? How many of you would buy one share just to have a
One
piece
share.
of it?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comment section below. It'll enter you to win a free year of Key Collector comics courtesy of Nick. From
should've-
Nick, this guy who started the
We
app.
should have talked about this before we went ahead. All right, a year. Yeah.
All right,
okay.
or you can use the code Tom101 and get yourself a free week subscription to the best comic book collecting
That's
app
right.
on the market. Is there anything like new happening on Key Collector right now? That we gotta-
Absolutely nothing. It's a dead man's zone.
Oh my gosh! No,
Oh,
no,
of
no.
course,
There's
there's-
a new Jim Lee category.
There's a Jim Lee category for anybody that's trying to figure out what to get signed at the C2E2 or whatever convention might be coming to town by you. But you can search all artists and writers and categories under the variants button, and there's the top 100 modern, top 100 bronze,
You know what I
silver.
really enjoyed that you did this
What do
year?
you like, Tom?
The
Tell me.
C2E2 button.
We have a C2E2 exclusives button. There's like 40, 50 different categories on there right
Still
now.
with the
Something
randomizer.
for everybody. The randomizer's the best.
Randomizer's been killing it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, use that code Tom101. Help support the show, but also help your own comic book hunt and collecting. It pays for itself. Guarantee it.
Or just entertainment value.
Yeah. Just learning stuff.
Right.